Hi everyone, welcome to my channel VSG. Let's do this. This is my personal journey at the age of 58 through gastric sleeve surgery. Just a quick update. This is week 10 post-op for me. I feel great. I've been walking every day. The weather here in Oregon's been beautiful. So here are my stats. When I started back in August 15th, 2018, I weighed 399 pounds, and that was my highest weight with a BMI of 60. I'm 5'8". At the time of my surgery, February 27th, 2019, I weighed 333 pounds, which was a BMI of 50. And this week, I weighed in at 295 pounds. That's a BMI of 44. So I'm doing well. I've lost about 2.5 pounds this week, and that's fine with me. I'm doing well. The eating's going great. So speaking of eating, what I wanted to discuss in this particular update is the idea of how do we not feel cheated when we can't sit down with our family or our friends and have the same size meal as everybody else. Now, kind of the tricks that I learned here are from Weight Watchers. Raise your hand if you've been through Weight Watchers. Raise it again if you've been through more than once. I've been through Weight Watchers many times. And one of the things I did along the way, and one of the times through it, was learn to downsize my plates and bowls because we eat visually. And so if I look at a big plate and there's just a little tiny bit of stuff on there, well, I'm going to feel cheated. So, of course, it only makes sense to downsize. Now, when my sister-in-law found out I was getting weight loss surgery and she'd already gone through it a few months before me, she bought me these plates, which was very nice of her. So here's the first plate she gave me. And it's supposed to be for bariatric surgery, and it tells you how much of everything to eat. But you know what? It's made of that plastic stuff, and I don't want to seal this stuff around my food every time. Because you know what? I'm not a baby. I'm not 20. I don't need to eat off of ugly plates. So I say, good riddance to that plate. It also came with a bowl, which kind of makes sense because bowls are a lot harder to tell. I don't know if you can see that, but it has measurements inside. But look, it's like a cartoon inside made of the same great stuff. I'm not going to eat out of this for very long without feeling disgusted that I need a bowl to tell me how much to eat every time. So it's going too. I'm not keeping it. And you guys already know that I like beautiful things. So I went out and I bought nice looking plates and bowls that I can use and feel happy about. And I bought them at all sorts of places. All right, so I bought this plate at Crate and Barrel, and it's not a dinner plate, it's a salad plate. So it's much, much larger. But even now, since the surgery, my food gets swallowed up on this because you can only eat like a half a cup or a little bit more. And so I only use this if I'm actually need to cut something like meat or something, then I might use these plates. But otherwise, I don't really use those plates much. So the other plate I got is this. Now, this is actually an appetizer plate, but it's beautiful, right? It's blue and it's pretty, and I'm not going to mind looking at this. It's not even round. It's kind of an interesting shape. So when I have food on this, first of all, you know, it's not going to, it's not very big. So our food actually looks much bigger on this, and it doesn't feel like I'm getting cheated out of it. So that's one plate I like. And again, this is an appetizer size plate. Let me show you the other things that I bought. I bought this bowl. Looks like a ramekin, but you know what? It's pretty on the side, and I like it. And it comes in 4 colors. But the reason I bought it, it holds 6 ounces, and that's a really good size. So I don't have to measure everything. When I use this bowl, I know exactly what size I'm getting. And plus, it's pretty on the outside, so I like it. All right, another bowl, and these I really like. These are cool. These look boring, but when you look sideways, they have a really cool shape, and they come in assorted colors. This holds about a half a cup, and these are fun and pretty, and I like eating out of them, and I don't feel like my food's being swallowed up by this bowl. So that's that one. Now this bowl's a little bit larger, but I like it just because it's got a print on it. It's even got print on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. This holds about a cup, so this is still like a little too much, but it's not bad. And it doesn't feel as swallowed up with this. Okay, the other thing I wanted to talk about was silverware. Now, when we first get started after surgery, they tell us, oh, don't use regular spoons and forks, use baby spoons. But you know what, kids? I'm 58. I'm just not going to use baby spoons. I just won't do it. And so I went on Amazon again, where you can find everything, right? But you could probably find these other places, I'm sure. And actually, I looked for dessert forks and spoons, fruit forks and spoons. So I got this as my fork, this as my spoon, and they're much, much smaller. So you can take small bites, and it controls how much you're eating at a time to kind of slow you down. I'd been using these since surgery, and again, I'm 10 weeks out. And I ran out of these because they were in the dishwasher getting washed. It was kind of funny because I actually grabbed a salad fork that I have from my regular set. And my mouth was just like, oh, this is so large. I can hardly get it in there. And I think back to before my surgery and I was out of control eating. I mean, how much did I stuff in then? So I really think it's worth it to invest. None of the plates or bowls or silverware that I bought were very expensive at all. But they're good quality and they're pretty. And they don't make me feel cheated when I use them. I feel like this is great. So that might be something that you consider, because you know what? It's such a mind game to us with eating, not, you know, the mind game itself will play tricks on us like, you know, eat more, eat more, eat more. Well, I don't want to eat more and my stomach's not going to let me anyway. And if I do, I'll feel miserable. And so these are nice. Help yourself as you can. For me, not being able to measure, not having to measure every single thing has been great. I still measure a lot of things, and I still weigh my meat to make sure. I just want to keep it within certain calories, and I still log and track everything. But just consider, you know, we don't have to suffer as we go through this weight loss journey. We can make things beautiful. We can make things nice and encourage ourselves in any way that we can. And today, how am I encouraging myself? By having beautiful bowls and forks and spoons and knives that don't make me feel deprived all the time. Hopefully when I'm done losing this weight, that will help me continue and stay motivated. Well, before I go, I wanted to give a shout out. I found 2 more great VSG channels and I wanted to share them with you. The first person is Time to Shrink. I was looking through her videos. She's about 3 months ahead of me. So she's like 6 months out. But she's so informative and she's very easygoing. You should look up her channel. She has a lot of subscribers, so it's not like I'm really helping her out compared to my little channel. But if she ever would watch this, I really like your channel. Great information. And she's very honest. She tells it like it is, good, the bad, the ugly. The other nice thing on her channel is that she is going keto. And so she has lots of recipe videos up, all sorts of them that are really great. And they look really tasty. So check out her channel. The other person is that VSG chick. Now she's done with her weight loss journey. But again, it's fun to go back on and find these channels and start at the beginning with them and watch as they progress. I especially like it when I hit a video that's at the same time that I am. Like right now, it'd be somebody at 10 weeks, just to see where they're at and where I'm at. And also to look ahead when they get further and further down the road, just to see where we're going to be able to go. So that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Lots of us are leaving comments and we're getting in the discussion. And that's a great way to grow our little community. So I will see you next week with week 11. Bye, everybody.